What's going on to you, Scorpios? So this reading is about love, plain and simple. You have the Lovers, the Epiphany, and the Queen of Michael. Long story short, you Scorpios find out from observation and watching at the situation and soaking up game. This person is a loser. It's not very difficult to figure it out. You find out that this person is a loser. You figure it out. Why? Because the Six of Raphael. Six of Raphael basically is the equivalent to the Six of Cups. So these people show up, reaching out, trying to find out what you what you Scorpios got going on. They're coming back. Why? Because like I said before, they need you Scorpios' help. And I've talked about this before. When people are playing games in relationships nowadays, what did I tell you, Scorpios? They're either using it as a come up or they're not accustomed to actually being in a relationship and they've talked themselves up into being one. And when they're actually in a relationship, they don't know what to do. This is one of those situations where those people, they use relationships as a come up. Those individuals are coming to you, asking you for help, says the Six of Raphael, coming back, reaching out, because why? Because you Scorpios provide a comfy home. You got to understand, with Scorpio, finances are guaranteed. With Capricorn, it just depends on what you do with your finance. Depending on what you do, you'll have money or you won't have money. But Scorpio, guaranteed finances. Capricorn, guaranteed finances. The opposite sign of Capricorn, I don't want to say the name, guaranteed finances. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So they see you Scorpios as individuals that are very financially responsible, at least more compared to them. And so you Scorpios paying attention to this and you soaking up game, you paying attention how goofy they moving. You Scorpios see how weird they are. And you're right, they are weird. Definitely weird. Because what they've got going on for you is that they thought that they would come through, say a few nothings in your ear, or say a few nothings to you, or text you a few nothings. Oh, you Scorpios are so important. Why are you moving like this? I've always loved you, because they need to survive. Their stomach is touching their ribs, so to speak, right? The Most High to them lives in their belly. This is what you see most people sitting up online doing. A lot of people sit up online and they front and they act like they're richer than what they are. A lot of people have too much ego enough to be able to admit that they live in a projects. How many times have I gotten on here and said I live in a projects? Because I live in a projects. Because what would happen if someone wanted to come through and meet me where I live? They would see the projects. I can't just go and rent a space at da-da-da-da-da-da. That may cost me. Trying to act like I'm living this fanciful lifestyle. And so you Scorpios see how these people are fronting. Because you were the worst person in the world, right? They're back. Why? You Scorpios are the worst people in the world according to them, but yet they're back, calling you, texting you, reaching back out, trying to find out what you've got going on, because you're not the worst person in the world. Otherwise, they wouldn't be calling you, because no amount of money would be able to make up for the fact that you Scorpios are the worst person or the worst people in the world. So now you see it. And you see what I'm talking about. You see the duplicity about how people will talk about you like you are a dog, and then the next thing you know, want to come back now. The Five of Gabriel right here represents this. It's wild how these people talked about you and then they're calling you, right? So the five of Gabriel, you told them what it was. Some of you Scorpios may, if it's already happened to you, you may have told them what it was. Like, why are you here? Why are you? And now they have no smoke for you. The new beginnings. You, which is the judgment. You being delivered from all of that. You telling them no, no. Why would you want them to be around you? The solutions and the strength card. They can do nothing about you. They can't run you. They can't tell you sweet nothings, and you Scorpios essentially go for it. Why would you Scorpios go for it? You know that these people are goofy. You know what it is. You Scorpios know how these people operate. You Scorpios can't take them seriously because you know them personally. Now when, again, they're hungry, now they come back to you like a hungry, I'm a Virgo. They come back like a weeping, ooh. They're weak. Let me settle down. They're weak. They need your help now, right? They want to hang around you, right? They want to be around you. They want to call you. They want to reach out to you. All of this stunting, all of this is what I mean when I say to you Scorpios, it's people who live in reality versus people who put themselves in a deeper matrix. Everything is the matrix. The whole physical existence is the matrix. To be alive is the matrix. Let's tell the truth. That's why they made the fourth movie, the Matrix 4. What it symbolizes is that you're in a matrix, meaning that the whole physical existence is a matrix. But you want to know why we separate the real world versus people who are not living in the real world? What we're trying to say here, over here on this channel, when I say that, is that I'm basically saying people who understand how the world works, how the universe works, and how to change it, tweak it, use it, turn it how you want to. So even though technically we're all living in the matrix, we still know how to change it and morph it and shape it the way that we want to, versus people who not only are here physically alive, but they've put themselves in another matrix. Now they're the most powerful person, and they run around treating people like trash, and they disrespect people, and they think of people as objects and tools to be able to come up ways that they can use people to benefit off of them. And that's another matrix in on itself. So they further deepen themselves into a whole other matrix within a matrix. Then the point is to not live in a matrix, in a matrix, in a matrix. The point is to live in one matrix. Be aware of the other matrices, but then at the same time, do your thing and to control the matrix. And then when you're done, you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say, then you're done. It is what it is at that point. You're done. You did your job. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that you Scorpios basically got away from that. Like, look, this is what it is. You know, you see them now as a coward. You see them, they lazy, good for nothings, expecting you to do the vast majority of the work, while at the same time wanting to bicker and argue. This is why I tell you Scorpios, don't ever allow someone to just be in your life bickering and arguing. Just making all this set to little goofy nonsense happening to you. That's a dub. You Scorpios, if you Scorpios are holding your weight in relationships, you should be able to let the other person know, listen, you're going to have to calm down from all this arguing. They still, you pay attention to them. Y'all have y'all discussion. You pay attention to them. They still bickering and arguing for long term, you leave them alone. Because look at how they turned out. They're calling you Scorpios, the same people that they probably talked to other people about you to other people like you were a dog. Now look at how they are. They're calling you now because why? They need some help, right? The three of Michael and the leap of faith here represents how, and you know what? So weird. Now that you don't want to help them, now they're crying. They're crying. Now look at them. Don't be surprised when desperation kicks in. Let's clarify the leap of faith. Don't be surprised if desperation shows up on them and then now I'll be your best friend. I can't tell you, Scorpios, how many times I've heard, I'll be your best friend. What you mean, be my best friend? You are not a friend. Not only because there was a point in time when you and I were romantically involved, but also you are not a friend in the sense that I cannot trust you, homie. What are you talking about? You'll be my best friend. I don't want you to be a best friend. I don't want you to be my friend at all. Let's clarify the leap of faith. That's desperation is what that is. That's fear is what that is. The Knight of Cups, the Moon card, Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and then you have the Seven of Pentacles. I've been down that road before. Scorpios, leave them where they are. The desperation, they're going to get more desperate. Leave them where they are. You know why? Because again, don't be surprised if they tell you the good old, let's get back together then. Don't go for any bait that they're throwing out there for you. Let them learn. So to clarify the leap of faith, you Scorpios have the Knight of Cups, the Moon card, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles for you. And you know what this is? This is about how you Scorpios are in a place where you're doing your thing. There was a point in time where you tried to be in a relationship with them. It didn't work. Now, Queen of Pentacles, look at how they're watching you. Look at how you're watching them and they're watching you. You're the queen looking down at the bunny rabbit. In the Matrix, what did they say? Follow the bunny rabbit. Alice in Wonderland reference, right? What it's trying to say is pay attention to the game. They'll talk all this hullabaloo about you, but then what? What is the reality of the situation? The reality of the situation is they're not doing so well as they try to make other people believe. And so now the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles represent, now that you Scorpios don't want to do anything for them, you can do nothing for them. You don't want to do anything for them. You can, but you don't want to. The Seven of Pentacles represents now they have to carry the weight of their decisions all on their shoulders, because you got a lot of goofballs out here who think that they can live off of other people for free. That's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 28,300 and change. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. There's so much that I can go into, but I'll just spare y'all. Thank you, Scorpios, for showing so much support. If you want to come through and get a personal reading from me, the link to that is in the comment section below. Call the Linktree link. Peace.